Jason's barn, a lot of scratches going on here. A lot of horses entering Jason's barn. We'll get right to a ton of babies over there to begin with. But the race horses are horses that are of racing age. A Handsome Face, our newest addition. He'll be racing Saturday for $40,000 in the fair final. Atlas Hanover. Atlas Hanover is not going to be with Jason. He's going to Tim's barn this week. He's going to race in the Meadows or Ontario, one or the other. Coupe de Ville is going to race Wednesday at Northfield Park. I get the rail again. Are you kidding me with this filly? Jesus. Amor Diener, you may have to scratch him. He was terrible his last start and trained terrible this week. We drew his blood. It wasn't bad after the race, but Jason took his blood after he trained, and his weight count was 13. So something's going on with this guy. We'll get his weight count down, and I suspect as his weight count comes down, you'll see him turn back into the horse he was supposed to be. I don't know if he's as good as we want him to be, but at least what he was going to be. Compass Rose DC and our other girl are almost ready to go, but Compass Rose DC likely qualifying in 2 weeks. Likely. That's hard to believe, but she'll likely be qualifying in 2 weeks. Grace is racing. She did draw in second her first start at Northfield Park. She drew in to go Wednesday, so we'll race her on Wednesday. Game, Set, Match also races on Wednesday. That's Hutchinson Harness's filly that we have, the 2-year-old down by the seaside. She's going to race Wednesday at Northfield Park. What's wrong, sweetie?
This is the mall that I always forget about.
Yes, 100%. Holding the Tone is back in now jogging. Very happy with Holding the Tone. Valdez Patrick, I think we'll qualify on Thursday and then bring him back to Ontario. He's racing in Ontario. I'm not racing in Northfield Park. My Jazz, exact same as Compass Rose DC. She will be qualifying in 2 weeks, so that's hard to believe also. But Jason said she was tremendous the other day. My Sweet Mimi will race Wednesday at Northfield Park. Purple Aura, 5th last night. She raced as good as she could. I was happy with the filly. Smoking Hot Irish Girl will race in the Buckeye Final coming up the end of the month. We'll race for her in the next week or so. Sweet on Pete. She raced great last night. She got beat fair and square. I knew when that filly landed on the front end, it was going to be very, very difficult to beat her, and it was. Not only did she beat me fair and square. So congratulations to the connections of that filly for winning the final. I thought Sweet on Pete raced very, very well also. And then What a Mission he's done for the season. Raced good last night. You know, he's an interesting little animal. I think he could be bad at 3, or he could be actually fun to race at 3. That'll be up to him, but he did his work well last night. So at least he kicked off the year with a decent race, and he closed it with a decent race, and a lot of frustration in between. But nevertheless, he did good last night. And then yes, call it last week. We had the clinic. He's back on track now. I don't know when he'll be racing, next week or the week after, but it's been frustrating with him the last little while. I think he's a good horse on the cusp of doing some good things, but just faltered a little bit. He'll come back. So that's Jason's barn. We'll be back with Dominic and Mario in just a minute.